Agri-Learn podcast. I'm your host, Raina Nilao, an emerging full-time commercial farmer, as well as the brand ambassador of the Women and Youth Loan Scheme at the Agricultural Bank of Namibia. Now, today's episode is all about charcoal production, and we're here in the Oserzunjupa region, to be exact, Grootfontein district. Now, today I'm joined by a local farmer. He will introduce himself and he will tell us where exactly we are in terms of his farm name and so forth. Tate, thank you so much for joining us on the Agri-Learn podcast.
Thank you very much.
Please introduce yourself.
Yeah. My papa is Wambo.
Chili can now.
Sure. O papa ndro unene himu yako tutale lapo. No mwea tuye tu mtupe inhi munapo. O unene tu himu yako tara nyatu rongo makara. O makara oshini manyi shapumbu wago kulongo tapatinga otashi paturulanga no fala manga ngago una muimu nayo yenga to kemo itimu neno dula muidio ta ukaranga wea. Ya shona shota shukwa fanga no ngani engo bedikare tadiri now.
Okay. Your name, please be so kind to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my
and
name,
the farm's name.
Yeah, my name is Konjen Gideon. Dinaro farama o Sibareve Rostrom. O Irimo Grootfontein. Mosoronjupa region.
All right, Notate Gideon, you are a charcoal farmer. What inspired you to venture into charcoal production?
Ndege no sharingo shuambo to purange. Yeah. Oku ningo makara. O makaro shini male la shapumbi waga. Shota shetanga o tashi kweterenga o sha mo kuivatera. O venonga nyoto vaterenga alio vanhu batabarongo tabamono monga shashabonoho. Ya hano makara oshini mashapumbu warero kuiwana shokomeho.
Yeah. Oshikesheko kumagida ne utameke o charcoal production.
Ya o tuwetenga bakwetumba batameka tete hitabe inyenge.
Yeah.
O tabalongo ga makala. Shono nganyinoho oposhi shitu fininike otuno ichinji ilimo efarama. Efaramo dafita. Onge newa mono neto to farminga no shima shafita unene.
Yeah.
Otorongo no uju.
Yeah. Okay. The requirements. Pune requirement anafarama ya pumbwa kumitinga mangi na tamekane ku producing no charcoal. What were some of those requirements that you had to meet?
Yeah, o fimbo inotame ko okuningo makara.
Yeah.
O makala ito duru ashiko oku ya ashike nyu no fara mayo weto imo fara mayo etokatame ko kuko makara. Openo o itimu haikewa.
Yeah.
O ya indikwa ke pangelo. Onge uno kukalalela wa yake embere wa do frosiri. Ndeto kamona kwekpafo. Ulombwerwe okuyako mehono itimita iduru kukewa.
Yeah.
Nambita iduru kukewa. Shashi opena noho oshinimo shinene.
Yeah.
O ngaga otokakashi ko makara ko bemwene. Neno waterera ufike fara madovantu venji shashi neveta dokukala meto onongo na hamano kujab mapeno kirena na shoshini mashapumbwa ushipukururwe.
Yeah.
Nenanga agakushishi owaterera ukafike fara mahambala o abdihe no do akweni do paushinda shokashirine nawo.
All right. Now, challenges. What ameka ku producing charcoal kuzunake?
Ya ayo ndatameka ngo kukoma karashimba mo mayovyo mo mayo yabali. No mnongo ga mutu hambarandiche no nongo ga no nongo na hiari wamo.
Okay, 2017. All right. So, shiwata meka ne kuku producing o charcoal, and you know what were some of the challenges that you experienced? Omaudi wowe?
Yeah, aye omaudi kehe pamwe torongo openo challenger.
Osho.
Ya kehe shimwe torongo uno kukala lela peno challenger. O challenge oyonji kutya odulanga gata ya tameko kuroka. No makala ihaduru kutambulwa ko fabrika shacho matarala. Ya mononga nhoduru kukala to stopa nando kuli no makala haduru ne kukala apumbo kuvikirwa ilongeno. Unana ndetara mutoduru kwa aturo pakalokwe. Nenanga godura tairoko o makala ihaduru ali kutambulwa ko fabrika shacho matarala.
Osho.
Ovenove otopumbwa no kukaranga ne challenge imwe mo makala. Ashike aye odura ne apu aye o shimosha ukanga komeho nawa.
All right. Topopsa udhiu. What were some of the rewarding experiences shwatameka kuzamo 2017? Uwana wambua monam.
Yeah, aye
o chocolate production aye.
Yeah, aye o makara nango uwana wa urinawa shashi ngago atarapo kufami nga kwao inashifo inimo ihapu nditi enena ndege noengo bedito na mefarama. Ongo boto terero katana kakule nde toka takaninge mwididiri he alifio hetatu.
Osho.
Opushu we kukarandi famara ponkokomo kwa uhembo tokara wapumbo shimaru ande kushikwete. Ashiko makara nga gotorongo no udinini. Nena aye hambala kehefi mboto monongo ushaka totora monjato.
Osho. Nesharanga likale la paturuka.
Neshara likale la paturuka nawa unene tu. No ungo bene didiri mondo dikarenga tadiri omwidi nawa. Oshimanyo na shasha pumbuwa ne hono.
Oshorera. All right. Before ngwe kutara pef akantumba keumbo na ngwe ekupura kena akantumba nando kwe keumbo nando kuli mo office ahe nengo kuli ko farama he ndo kwara kutame ko makara otonkumagidangini.
Aye oshapumbiwa. Oshapumbiwa ne hono. Shashi o kutame ko makara olekufe poro nkundu o kuhena ilonga moshilongo.
Osho.
Ya nekwa foyo lokwetanga shashi ngago totarapa ife moshilongo shetu o inima ta endega kairinga nawa ndeji ripota ende nawa ili nawa o inima ya pumbwa lero kuyo wa muyo obanu natameka ashikemba bene nere bene farama natameka ashiko kuningo makara shaike taba endere molandumbu hawendwa opaike tashikwafa shashi olandumbu hawendwa pouli embere wopodiri premeta dia dikifa makara newa ikembere wande ofarama taitarika kucho farama iti hapu taitarika nawa shashiri kuchite hapu kujamu imwe neno shilimanyo sapumbwa rena nashiwa ike anu nabata mekashiko ilonga shashike talongo paunuku.
Osho.
Agribank, Agribank,
Still in the Elechism region, this time around in Grootfontein, at a charcoal processing plant known as Namibia. Now with me I've got a lady and gentleman who will introduce themselves and tell us more about Namibia. Lady, gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Agri-Learn podcast.
Thank you. Oh, it's a pleasure.
Wonderful. Please be so kind to introduce yourselves.
My name is Juliana Smith. I'm the factory manager. I've been with Carbo for 11 years. Yeah, Carbo started in 2007. Mr. Hanstein bought it over from the Dutch people. And yeah, he started a new market in Namibia.
Wonderful.
Good day, my name is Frank Dittering. I'm in charge of the FSC certification in the plant as well as outside the forest management group schemes and the health and safety in the plant as such. And I'm with Carbo now for the last 13 years. 13.
That's a long time. Amazing stuff. Now, we just briefly mentioned that you're in Grootfontein, but where exactly in Grootfontein are you located and what exactly do you process?
We are located in the industrial area of Grootfontein. We service an area about 150 kilometers around Grootfontein, where we collect charcoal from local farmers.
All right. Yeah. Now, what inspired Mr. Steyn to venture into charcoal production? Now, what inspired Mr. Steyn to venture into charcoal processing?
He has a saying, we create space for life, better life to live. So by that he means for a space for the farmer, space for the forestry, space for the European customer, and a space to braai, to live.
I like the bright part.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what requirements did he have to meet in order to start a charcoal processing plant?
No, that's difficult. You should have a background of people's relations, because you are on the one side you have got the big staff at the factory, and on the other side you have the producers to attend to. And secondly, you must have some kind of this experience or knowledge of the charcoal enterprise as such. So, and the environment as such, because your stakeholders are the environmental officers, the forestry officers, and so on. And you must know what you can do or have to do. And you have to be a businessman in negotiating agreements with overseas customers.
Amazing stuff. Now, what are some of the challenges experienced by charcoal processors?
I think the biggest one for us right now is the shipping of charcoal. We have a wonderful relationship with the MSC, and I need to say they go out of their way to meet our needs. But the availability of charcoal containers is a big concern, because there is a restriction on each vessel. Yeah.
Alright. So we talked about the challenges. Let's talk about the best experiences. What were some of your best experiences, or I would say rewarding experiences as Cowboy Namibia?
I think the biggest one is to see the business grow. From a small business to a big company like we are right now. Yeah. So, and to employ employees with basic skills and to train them to enhance their life, I think, for the better. Yeah.
Alright. Now, charcoal is considered to be the Namibian black gold. I like that actually. Black gold. What is your opinion of the charcoal industry in Namibia?
I think it has grown into a big market right now, because during the drought season all the farmers starting to produce charcoal, and that I think it led to a oversupply in the market. So they had to we had to create a new market for a bigger supply, I think. So and the charcoal is seen as a cash flow for the farmer. Yeah.
Mr. Frank?
Yeah, the charcoal enterprise actually can expand actually quite enormously still, because there are charcoal markets out there. It just depending on the shipping lines, as in, like my colleague said, the availability of containers and so on. Everything is in place, but yeah, there are some hiccups in the export procedures of charcoal as such.
Okay. Now, you talked about exporting and markets. Which markets do you supply to, and who are some of your suppliers as Cowboy Namibia?
I think the main market for us is the European market, although we send to Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, the FSC suppliers locally are our biggest suppliers. Yeah.
And are those numbers increasing or are they decreasing as the years go by?
Yes, they are increasing. I think the Charcoal Association of Namibia are training the farmers on being responsible in charcoal making. So I think that's a very good guideline for them. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, this season is titled Towards Food Security. How does a charcoal processor like Carbo Namibia contribute towards food security?
Well, that's actually a difficult one because charcoal is not a foodstuff or whatever and necessary for maintaining food security, but I should say in job creation, it's a very good chance for people obtaining jobs, especially in the semi-skilled way and so on. They are charcoal workers, they are producing charcoal so they can support their family up north or wherever they stay in Namibia. And with the exports, we are earning very essential forex, foreign exchanges, which can be used as to import again either fuel or foodstuffs, which are not available right now.
100%. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Now, for somebody who wants to become a charcoal processor, start up their own processing plant, what is your advice to them?
It's difficult. I should say, start small.
Yeah.
And take it step by step. Don't take, there are always business risks available and involved, but take it easy, step by step, and expand as you can. With as much as possible, no foreign capital that will say, use your own profits as to expand. Or go in partnership with other people.
Yeah.
Businessmen and so on.
Yeah.
Miss Juliana?
I think, use your local authorities like Ministry of Forestry, Ministry of Labour, the Charcoal Association of Namibia. They are there for a reason, so use them wisely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for great final remarks, I must say. Now, one of my exciting parts of the episode, and that's having you show us around your processing plant.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this is the sieving starting process. So each day we have 3 suppliers trucks coming in, either FSC or non-FSC. So we have a electronic scale. So all the charcoal is being processed through the scale, divided into different sizes of charcoal, namely sand and ash, fines, lumpwood and restaurant quality charcoal. Okay, this is the packing line. This after sieving, we pack to the customer's request. So currently we are packing for Legime Mobilis, 5 kg barbecue charcoal. That's what's happening.
And the packaging, it's Carbo's, it's Carbo's branding?
No, it's the customer's branding.
The customer's branding, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And say per day, how much do you process a package?
The packaging, normally we pack between 1 to 2 containers a day. It all depends on the size of the bag. Normally the smaller bags would take longer than the bigger bags.
In this bins that side, we cut the fine charcoal, then we crush it fine that side, and then it goes over to the other bin on that side. This side we've got the storage bin for the fines after we crush it. In the bottom we've got scales to measure the fine charcoal and the stysel, the starch that we put into the briquettes. Up there we've got 3 mixers. A dry mixer, we first mix the stysel and the starch. Then we've got the wet mixer where we put in the water. And at the bottom we've got the mixer for feeding the briquette meat press. Here at the bottom is the press. We press the briquettes there, then it go up to the oven. Here we've got the oven. It's 30 meters long. We can make 10 tons of briquettes per day.
10 tons.
Yes.
Okay.
And on that side is the oven for giving the heat for the oven the side.
Okay. These is the sound.
Yes, this is the briquettes that we make.
Great. Thanks. Is there more?
No, it's
That's the whole process.
that's the whole process.